I'm going to be throwing this little bitty Yozuri jerk bait. It's a little minnow imitating lure that sinks, so you can cast it fairly far and work it pretty aggressive and it'll still stay down. And because there's tons of these small bait fish hanging around, and I'm just trying to replicate it best I can. And all I'm running is 20-pound fluorocarbon, because there are ladyfish and bluefish that could cut it off. So I'm running this 20-pound. On a cloudy day, don't have to worry too much about them seeing this leader. And it's about 12 inches of leader. So my setup is a Penn Slammer 4 with 15-pound braid. And this is my St. Croix Avid Inshore rod in a 7-foot medium fast. So let's cast this little jerkbait out there and see if we can catch us a fish right now. I've seen some blow up already, and so I actually left and came back because I wanted to pick up one of these lures. So we'll try it. Just gonna twitch it, pause, twitch, pause, and then reel in my slack. It'll look like I'm working it really fast, but mainly the tide's carrying it down. So I'm just twitching it as it's getting swept along with the tide, making it look like an injured bait fish. Let's see if we can hook one. Just fishing in between rain. So lots of rain around us. The Gulf has a lot of rain if you look out there. Try right here. This is where I saw a bunch of fish blowing up earlier. Oh, something's grabbed it, or no, something grabbed it. He tried to eat it. Let's see. Little bitty hardtail, as big as the bait. These are blue runners or hardtail. That's a phenomenal size right there. Red snapper, redfish, king mackerel, Spanish mackerel would devour that. But he's gonna go back. There you go, buddy. But he actually tried to eat this little minnow. Hey, a fish is a fish, I'll take it. So, wasn't a giant by no means, but still fun to catch them on artificial. Oh, there's another one. It's fighting a little harder this time. But it might be the same type of fish. Yeah, it is. It's another little jack. See, this is just relaxing fishing. See if we can get him up. Check him out. Pretty little joker. So there's nothing to it. These aren't giant game fish, you know. We're not out here drag screaming just yet, but we're catching fish, and that's all that matters, especially from the bank where you don't have to worry about washing the boat or loading a kayak. There he goes. When you're done, you're literally just doing what I've done my whole life: walk along the bank, fishing rod, and whatever's in your pocket. So some lures, some extra batteries for the GoPro, and catching fish. We're gonna try this again. Can't go wrong doing that. Something any one of us can do. You don't have to have a boat. You don't have to have a way to get out onto the water. You just got to be near water, at a lake, bayous like this. So it's fun, it's relaxing, no matter what. And catching fish is just an added bonus. Oh, these little hardtails are chasing this thing back. Oh, that's not a hardtail. Wow, that's actually my spot. That's my smallest Spanish mackerel I've ever caught, like ever. Look at that. That thing's beautiful. I don't want to touch it so it can survive, but wow, I've never caught one that small. That's amazing. Okay, here you go, buddy. That's awesome. There you go. And he is gone. Feisty little joker. I've caught plenty of Spanish mackerel, but I've never caught one that small, a little juvenile one. I've caught some tiny ones, but that one was almost as big as my lure was itself. That was really cool seeing that. You know, like I said, these aren't giant drag screaming fish, but these are neat species to be able to pull up and catch, especially throwing light tackle, which is always a fun time. So let's get this bait back out there and see what else we get. That was really cool. I had never caught like a 2-inch, 3-inch Spanish before. That was neat. Oh, there's another one. There's another fish. Come on. What variety is this today? Pinfish on artificial. Okay, these things are super abundant. You catch them all if he calms down. There we go. That's a pinfish. They're in the porgy family. If you fish saltwater, it's like the saltwater brim. Oh, come on, buddy. Turn around, other way. There he goes. Nothing special about them. They're great bait fish, good cut bait. And they can get kind of big, you know, in that 3/4 to a pound range sometimes. And they're actually not bad to eat. But these fish, you know, wouldn't be a big deal to me if I was catching them on shrimp and throwing live bait. Tricking fish in their natural habitat is fun to me. Oh, that blue crab just skirted away. Look at all these little minnows. There's a fish. What do I have? Snagged another little Spanish. I see some fish blowing up right here, or at least disturbing the surface a little bit. Let's see what you are. Oh, ladyfish. Those things are goofy. Oh, and he spit it right here. Man, those things are so goofy. They jump up. Poor man's tarpon is what they're called because of how acrobatic they are. But they are in the tarpon family, if I'm not mistaken. Those are incredibly fun. We'll see if we can get one on land. But my leader's still good. They're notorious for fraying up your leader. Even though they don't have teeth, they do have pretty abrasive mouths. So let's try that again. So let's see if we can actually bring it up this time. But actually, that's really my favorite way of catching ladyfish, is on artificial, fight them till they get to the water's edge, and then let them drop off. Oh, they're trying to hit it again. He just turned on it. So that's what was creating that disturbance, those ladyfish. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. Little acrobatic joker, here we go. Come on, buddy. Oh man, that's incredibly fun for everybody. Unfortunately, they don't have very high quality table fare, but we're gonna let it go. There you go, buddy. And he's like, see ya, I wouldn't want to be ya. But they can be messy at times, but they make great bait, especially if you want to catch bigger redfish and sharks and other creatures. Y'all want to see a pirate ship? There's a pirate ship there. Check it out. I ain't lying. Look, it's a real life pirate ship. You can pay to go on it, and they'll ride you around, shoot some cool fake cannons and stuff. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted because of background music they're playing, but check it out. Old pirate ship. That's funny. It used to actually be a really old boat that was restored and converted into a pirate ship, but it's really neat. You don't see that every day or everywhere, so thought that would be interesting to share with you. But y'all, look how this tide is rushing out. I mean, it is pouring out. That's why this ramp, this boat ramp here, can get so difficult sometimes to dock your boat, especially when it's busy and you're limited to where you can pull because of that current. Because trying to dock a boat in that current gets, especially solo, it's pretty challenging. But look at all that. And these minnows, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's thousands of minnows over here taking cover behind this little break wall with them. And these egrets and other birds are eating them. The mangroves and big pinfish are coming up from underneath them, eating them, along with the ladyfish. But that is pouring out. If you fell down in this right now, you wouldn't be able to swim back towards the dock. You would hope a boat would grab you, or you could flow with it and then swim out from it into a little bit shallower water once you got down. But you wouldn't be able to swim against that. That's strong. All right, well, I'm gonna head in and probably come back out. It's starting to rain, which I don't mind the rain, but it's time for dinner and I didn't catch dinner yet. So I'm gonna head in today and then come back out again. A lot of dove right there. Oh, if you know, you know, I love dove poppers. But like I said, I'll see y'all in just a second. Another part to this video. For me, it's gonna be another day, but for y'all, it'll be in just a second. Hey y'all, we're back out again. Just a continuation of throwing little micro crankbaits for saltwater fish. Let's try tossing this little swim bait along this grass edge. Now the water's not flowing nearly as much as I thought it would with all the rain we've had. Usually you get a strong rush of water coming out from under the bridge. It acts like a little dam. But I call it weir, or that's what we've always seemed to have called it. It's pretty much like pier, but with a W. And it can be real good at times. So maybe we can catch something. I hope. I love bank fishing. It's so fun. It's very stress-free. One time I was walking over here in the winter and I was walking with my waterproof boots on, walking along the trail, you know, across water like this, not much. And then suddenly I stepped in a hole that went down to almost the middle of my thigh. And this was in the winter when the water's like 60 something degrees. It was not very pleasant. So now I'm real careful where I walk over here. Wow, it's really cool. There's two of them up there. Really cool, the ospreys. There's two of them up there. That's amazing. And there's probably some babies up in the nest. All right, let's get out there. We do have Fred out here this morning, one of the many great blue herons. He's probably tired of the rain as well. Let's make our first cast. A lot of grass. I don't know how well it's gonna be today. Oh, another fish on. That was another ladyfish. They're all relatively the same size. As soon as they jump, they spit these tiny little hooks out. Okay. Looks like we're gonna be into a bunch of ladyfish. Oh, dang, they're aggressive jokers. Come on. Swiping at it. A little better. All right, there we go. Fish on again, and it spit it. I don't mind that happening with ladyfish. It's just fun to fight them. I don't really care about touching them that much. Oh, they're on it. Come on. Oh, big heron coming right at me. What up, buddy? He wants him a free meal. Oh, oh. Dadgum. They spit it, man. They're hitting it so aggressive. They come up and swipe at it sideways with their big old eyes and their big mouth. But as soon as they jump, they shake that head and spit it. And since we're up on an elevated surface, it's not like you can bow your rod down to stop them from jumping. You know, same concept with mahi and tarpon and even largemouth bass. If you hook one on like a crankbait and they spit the hooks pretty easy, you can dip your rod down in the water and stop them from jumping, kinda. But we're just up on top of a pier, so there's none of that. I don't think we're gonna be able to weed through these ladyfish to get any specks right now. They are loving that little lure right there. I mean, that thing's so small, my thumb is longer than this lure is. So I'm a firm believer in match the hatch a lot of times in clear water. Now it's a little bit different once you start getting dirty water. All right, Mom and I are out here with some live shrimp, trying to get a bite. So I'm just gonna free line one. She's using it under a popping cork. I'm just free lining it with a circle hook and some 20-pound fluoro. All right, let's go try in this little cut. Hopefully not run into a snake or a gator. Oh, there we go. Oh, I do have a fish on. Since it's a circle hook. Ah, dang. It's coming back for, oh, there it is. Got one. Oh, that's not a bad little bass either for shrimp. Check that out. Free lining a live shrimp, catching little Florida strain largemouth bass. That is awesome. Mom! Had to show Mom that I caught the first fish. But we're gonna let this joker go. Gonna get the circle hook out of his mouth. And there he goes, buddy. Cool. Not a giant by no means, you know, not a 10-pounder. But a fish is what I always say. It's fun nevertheless. And I love catching bass. But I don't use live shrimp for bass much. I'm usually throwing artificial. They're aggressive, they take it down fast. Oh, there it goes. Ah. Oh, yeah, ladyfish. These are exciting. This is a fun size one too. Come here, buddy. Check that out. That is, oh, is he gonna go back? Yeah. Oh, that's what you want right there. I didn't even have to touch them. But they are blowing up on all these little minnows right here.
Oh, you crazy.
Another ladyfish. Things are goofy.
I gotta win.
Yeah. Boom. Acrobatic jokers. See, Mom's using the same setup I am. Just popping cork. But there it is. I'll let it go.
I barely hooked him.
Oh yeah, circle hook doing its job. Look at that. Well, I am home, and this video is just pieced together with a bunch of different types of bank fishing I did throughout the week. It was fun. We just had to fish in between the weather. A lot of rain. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all that watch my videos and subscribe to the channel. It is awesome seeing the growth, and I love to continue it forward. And if you have not subscribed yet, don't forget to go smash that subscribe button down below. Hit that like button, drop a comment. I like to hear from you, the good, bad, and the ugly comments. I like to hear from everybody. And if you want to check out all of the companies that support the Bama Saltwater Fishing channel, like Fish Bites, Sword Fishing Products, Toadfish, and a few others, I will include a link down in the video description. You can go check them out. But until next time, I want to thank the good Lord up above for everything he does for us, and we'll see you later.